Welcome back to The Perspective. I'm Florence Armein, and we are talking to Henky Prihatna, the head of industry head of Google Indonesia. So you believe, going back to that, you believe that the government is currently doing the right thing, having the right attitude towards making sure digital economy grows in Indonesia. It's how big is the e-commerce size in the country at the moment?
So, based on our research, last year we're looking at Indonesia still small, like around 2 billion. It's 1% below actually compared to total offline retail.
Oh wow!
Yes, but I believe the growth will happen next year, the next 3 years. Like our projections, like within the next 10 years, is going to be almost 50 billion. Yeah. So now, last year is around like 2 billion. Yeah.
And what's the projection for this year?
This year, I think is around 5 billion maybe.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Factoring the end of the year as well
year,
into that.
exactly.
Into that.
Yes,
we'll get back to that.
A lot of more players coming in as well,
Correct.
and then users growth as well. Yeah.
Now going back a little bit into the research, into the study that you did on e-commerce in Indonesia, one of the other trends is that these kind of studies are able to tell us what kind of, just not consumer behaviors,
exactly,
but what exactly people are shopping online.
Exactly, yes.
So
yes.
do we have a change? Do we see a shift of category of products and
yes.
goods and services that
yes.
people are acquiring online?
Yes. So normally when people start shopping online, actually people buy tickets. It's normal, travel, right? You buy flight tickets.
That's
right?
how it starts, yeah.
How it starts. That's
hotel
why.
bookings,
hotel bookings,
travel,
flight bookings,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then gadgets, handphones, smartphones, right? Accessories, anything you buy online. And then it grows again to other categories such as apparel, like clothing.
Fashion.
Yeah, fashion. No, because normally when people think, okay, I need to try, like the jackets, but now, based on our data, the reality is people now buy fashion, apparel, like via online. But if you're looking at this year, especially at end of year, a lot of people also buying like baby goods, baby stuff.
Online?
Online for moms, right? Starting from Pampers, like diapers, kind of stuff, milk. And also one of the growth category actually is personal care and beauty.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So these are the categories of which that in Indonesia that's really
exactly.
growing and changing
Yes.
At the same time.
Like my wife normally, she needs to go to mall to try the cosmetic, but now he just like shop online.
Right. This is going back because the consumers trust the application that they're using online.
Yes.
For shopping online. Now, looking at outward a little bit, Henky, we know we have Harbolnas, which is coming on December 12th, but you said earlier, you explained this may go on a bit longer this year,
yes,
in a way that it's done. Can you tell us a little bit from 11?
Sure. Yeah,
11/11 to 12/12.
Yeah. So actually, shopping online, like Indonesia, I believe, compared to other markets, like compared to India, it's like 3 years behind India, because like of course in other like emerging market and developed market, actually e-commerce like booming already, right? So like in the US, we know that which is happen actually very soon, Black Friday.
The Black Friday.
Black Friday. Right?
I think we're getting a bit of fever in Indonesia Black Friday as well.
Exactly, getting a fever Black Friday.
Some of the shops online are actually using that moment to...
That moment, yeah. So it happens on the November 25th, right? It's a payday as well.
Yeah,
it's a payday
correct,
as well.
correct.
Yeah. So Black Friday in the US, also there's a famous one, Cyber Monday, where all like the e-commerce players give deals, discount during the Cyber Monday. And also like in China, it's famous like with a single day.
Single day.
Single day, 11/11.
Yeah.
So actually in Indonesia also we feel the same. Like during November 11, actually, almost all e-commerce players, they did the same. Basically, they give promo, So it's not just like December 12, but they already start the campaign. They start the promotion, early possible, as early as possible, starting 11/11, until like 12/12. Maybe since this year 12/12 is gonna happen on like bank holiday, they're gonna extend maybe a week. So it's long festivals basically. So I think it's good opportunity for consumers who want to buy stuff, but I believe it's good for the ecosystem as a whole, because if you're looking at China, right, they just did single day, like one day, one big e-commerce player in China the total revenue, like GMV, is 17 billion just one day.
And within one day.
Within one day.
And we were talking about 2 billion revenue last year for Indonesia, and we're aiming for 5 billion this year.
Yes. So India itself, I think last year is 10 billion for India.
For one day?
What?
Or for the entire year?
Yes.
Okay, but Indonesia is catching up though.
Indonesia is catching up, yeah.
So you believe the ecosystem is having the right attitude towards developing the ecosystem of e-commerce and digital economy. Yeah. I was in a dialogue yesterday about the Asian economic community, which will bring 622 million market within Southeast Asia. Yeah. And one of the issues that was touched is Indonesian business is focused on expanding its business within the country. Meanwhile, here you have the opportunity to go cross-border within Southeast Asia with freer flow of goods, product, services, investment and capital. Yeah. Do you think our business, how soon do you think our business will seize that opportunity or be aware of the benefit of AEC or just cross-border business? Because one of Indonesia's biggest marketplaces right now, we're only focusing in Indonesia. But when in fact, I think you should venture out, and it's a good time for you to reach the markets outside of Indonesia. But what is your perspective on this?
So I think it's very interesting discussion, you know, like discussion among like the players. So we discuss, what's your plan? You know, are you planning to conquer not only Indonesia but also maybe Southeast Asia, maybe conquer the world at the end, right? But since I mentioned earlier, like Indonesia e-commerce market is still new as well, you know, like we have 260 million people, while internet users, of course, is growing tremendously, still small compared to other markets. I think there is a huge opportunity in Indonesia first. So of course, at the end of the day, right, I believe in terms of talents, in terms of capability, Indonesia can be compared to other countries as well. Like I believe, like these e-commerce players, you know, they're very good. You know, like I believe they can expand. But I would say now Indonesia market itself still very nascent, right? So a lot of opportunity to grow in this market.
So you're saying business is looking at it in the way that let's optimize the market within the domestic market first before we venture out or conquer other markets as well.
But for travel, actually, there is one player coming from Indonesia. Now they already expand the market into like Southeast Asia. For travel. But e-commerce, I think, since we are very new, right? Indonesia market still huge opportunity.
Okay, so that's a kind of positive attitude that they're having. So what do you think are the future trends here? What are we looking at? We're wrapping up in just a few minutes, but maybe you can share with us the future trends that Indonesia should be looking out for in terms of online shopping or e-commerce in the country.
So basically, if you've seen this trend like this year, previous year, right? So online shopping, it's just gonna grow and grow, stronger and stronger for the next year, since we can see as well in terms of users' behaviors, internet penetration also are changing rapidly for the past year. So next year, I think it's more like it will be more interesting to see like more categories is coming in. So not only like the 5 categories that I mentioned earlier, but
now in products categories.
Yeah, products categories, but more and more services as well is going. Like there's a trend, you can buy a prepaid like for telco, you can buy prepaid online. You can pay your like electricity billing via online. You know, so it will expand into more categories. Like I can see as well, it will expand to fintech, health tech, edutech as well. So not only just retail, but it will go into other sectors.
Especially when Internet of Things takes takes hold of our daily lives.
Our daily life. It's part of our daily life, right? It's part of our like DNA. Correct. Even like I got 3 years old kids, right? Like he's already playing smartphone. Like watching videos on YouTube.
The good storm is coming, right?
Exactly, good storm is coming. But just be prepared, be ready.
You think Indonesia is ready for that?
I think Indonesia is ready now because of the government support, and then because now we have a lot of good talents. You know, I think we are prepared to take off.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a very, very optimistic note, and it's very pleasant to hear. Henky, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure we'll be talking to you again about the trends, online e-commerce, digital economy with our colleagues in Google Indonesia. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you.
That has been The Perspective with me, Florence Armein, and also Henky Prihatna, Industry Head of Google Indonesia, that talks about Google's recent study on e-commerce in the country. Stay tuned. See you next time.